I can't afford that song. What happened on Tim Pool last night will leave you shocked. Tim Pool, potentially, possibly, probably not, definitely a rumor, totally not real, totally just a stupid announcing his retirement. Today, we wear the beanie in solidarity with the Tim Pool IRL cast. We cover our noodles in support of him as he destroys Libtard on air, and it's so funny to watch. The tism is so strong, I love it. January 6th community has decided Tim Pool is #1 threat after owning Libtard on Timcast IRL, rumored to say, man, that Timcast is something else, Annie. What is Jimmy Boring saying here? What did Glenn Beck say about Tim Pool? Here's him going apeshit on guest. Biden has finally decided something. What is going on with Joe Biden? Is he okay? Is he allowing Kamala Harris to do this for a day? How could that be? Joy Reid has potentially decided to change your grift over this video. Love you, boo. You're crazy and we like it that way. And 10 people come ashore being welcomed with a hero's welcome. You're not gonna wanna miss this. This is gonna get crazy. Strap it in, and if you are afraid of harsh language, turn it off. I'm the Dago Sensei.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go, Lake, and let the world
Trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
suck on this, Biden.
Would we the all
Oops, stepping on them. That's black.
I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition.
I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid.
Begging for our enemies to penetrate.
Trump incited an erection.
COVID-19. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, one and all. Tim Pool sold out. What do you mean? He would never do that to the beanie crowd. I'm a fan of the beans. Keeps your head warm at night. It keeps you warm in the summer, and you can wear it all the time. I like mine to be pointed up in solidarity with my elf brothers and sisters in Christ. Because everyone knows, anybody that knows anything about elves, they are Christians. Every time Bannon says suck on this, I think he's gonna say library, but then he just says Biden. Suck on this, Biden, library. All right, let's get into it. Tim Pool absolutely obliterates this liberal on Timcast IRL last night, especially when it comes to January 6th. Last night, I saw some of the clips going around. I watched a little bit of it live, and it was so funny. I love it. I love it when there is something that he has decided that it's not okay. Man, does he go hard. He does not let up, and I love it so much. It's one of the most butt-clenching, uncomfortable clips I've seen in a while when it comes to debate. It is just, it's like watching a father scream at his son about politics for the first time. And it's just like, son, you are way too young to be having these conversations. You can't be having these conversations if you haven't looked into the information. Even January 6th committee is like, man, that Timcast is something else, Annie. That Timcast is, he be something else. I said that, not him. Don't be a racist. I wrote that, okay? He didn't say that. God, you people are sick. Make sure to get Daily Wire 50% off. Even Jeremy Boring watched the clip last night of Timcast IRL and is rumored to say, probably not said it because they like to sue. So this is a joke. Okay, Jeremy Boring. Okay, Tim behaving like that at the Daily Wire will lead to you to my secret chamber for special time with me. Jeremy Boring is feeling something. This sexual deviant has decided, Tim, if you acting like that at Daily Wire, I'm going to take you to my special man cave where you can have all the cigars you want. Put them all in your mouth at the same time. I don't care. Jeez. Ugh. What is going on at the Daily Wire? And even Glenn Beck saw the clip being passed around last night. Beck says Timcast IRL last night is rumored to have said, Timcast got me feeling saucy. I will double Daily Wire's salary of him. Okay, I added that last part, and also he, I think, likes to sue as well. But he does have Alex Stein on his show. So even the Blaze is wanting to take him away. Now this clip is hysterical. Time for the butt clenching moments. Time for just squeezing it. It's one of these clips that you're just like, he finally yelled at one of these idiots in the way you want to see done. And he just took it. All right, let's watch this.
No,
right.
I
So,
haven't.
no. Stop. You don't know anything about these January 6 cases. You don't know why these people are in jail. You don't know that a man is in Brooklyn right now for 3 years without charge or trial. And when Donald Trump says these people have been held for too long, you say, no, Trump is wrong. Keep them locked up. That's fucking fascist. Dude, you've been sitting here with no knowledge of the specifics of some of these cases. There is a man in Brooklyn right now. I'm going to say it again. No charges whatsoever brought. He's been in jail for 3 fucking years. Yes. For you to sit there and say it is good that he remains locked up is fascism. Yes. That is saying the hierarchical system of the courts and the government is just, and the process is all that matters. And I am saying perhaps 3 years is enough. Because I actually have moral logic and an understanding of these cases. Hence, my position on January 6th has always been the people who have attacked police must go to prison. But 3 years is a fucking long time for assault on an officer. We have seen people on the far left, notably when they were firebombing shit all across Minnesota, 33 people murdered. And how many criminal charges do we get for this? When they firebombed a police station and forced the police to evacuate. On May 29th, 2020, when thousands of far leftists firebombed the White House grounds and set fire to St. John's Church and injured 100 police officers, how many fucking people went to prison for 3 years? How many of them who never showed up on that day are in prison for 20 years? Enrique Tarrio wasn't even in D.C. on January 6th, and you are saying that man who his only crime was, quote, don't leave. That's his only crime. You think he should be in prison for 20 years because you're a fascist. You don't care what the facts are. You don't care if this is unjust. You only care that the machine state has decreed you are not to be locked up. And this is the problem I have with the left. They don't know the facts. They don't care about the facts. They view morality as a blanket government stroke of the pen, and every person, regardless of their crime, should be in prison for decades. I reject it outright. The people who fought cops should go to prison. They did. It's been 3 years. But when you've got people who are on misdemeanor charges for having walked into a building at 4 p.m. after the riot, and I know some of these people, they walked into a building for 2 minutes and walked out, and they got 18 months for that. I don't see you defending the innocent people who walked onto a public grass at a public building after a riot had been completed. You don't know. You don't care. You have taken a tribal position, and people are suffering because of it. Now you say that Donald Trump saying the injustice that we've seen warrants commutation or pardons. You say that means he's advocating for violence. This is the ultimate problem. Then you cite a press release from Maryland saying, but the right's more violent. There is a distinction between a white supremacist as a right-wing group and a run-of-the-mill Christian conservative who showed up on that day not to protest. Let's talk about Brandon Strzok. He never went in the building. He was on the other side of the building. There was a permitted protest. He walked up the stairs and he was yelling. They put this guy in prison. There is Owen Schroyer, who was at a permitted rally, who was yelling death to communists. They put him in prison and specifically cited his speech. My dude, you don't know what you're talking about. And it's fine. I get it. We try to be polite. We try to be nice. But there are so many young liberals who sit here and say, the corporate press told me that these people are bad, and the machine state government has decreed it by pen. So I don't care what crime they committed. I don't care what the jury said. I don't care who was on the jury. Enrique Tarrio, who was not there, should be in prison for 2 decades. Tell me this now. Why is Enrique Tarrio in prison?
Yeah, so they uncovered with him.
Whoa. Tim Pool got me feeling a certain way. Oh no. Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that amazing? They go on to talk about Ricky and Ontario.
In prison for 2 decades.
Tim Pool shows way better when he's pissed. I know. It's so great. It's so great.
Tell me this now. Why is Enrique Tarrio in prison?
Yeah, so they uncovered with him his plot to overthrow the government.
Enrique Tarrio, is it?
Yeah, and his organization.
What plot? Who's they? Give me some
prosecutors.
Give me some fucking data. Stop.
Tim, we're not allowed to say those words on here. You're supposed to let me know so I can press this button.
Stop squinting at me and saying the prosecutors did a thing. You didn't know. You didn't read it. You didn't read the court papers. All you know is the fascist machine state told you he should be in prison, and you're saying yes to them. Tell me why. Give me the data.
I understand that laws on the books have been there for a long time that I agree with, that if it's proven that you had a plan and you wanted to act on it, then days after.
What's the proof?
The proof is
say the proof.
By prosecutors.
Say it.
Communications between.
What communications? What did he say? What did he do?
Is this serious?
Are you going?
Yes, this is serious. Is this serious? Yeah, you have a guy that's been called like a Russian asset for a while because of his views, and then you have another guy that doesn't know what's going on, that just spouses what the media says and gets invited to the White House Christmas parties. Welcome to politics, kid. This is why children shouldn't be in politics.
To tell me why you think
you haven't even paid taxes yet.
Enrique Tarrio should be in prison for 20 years, or are you going to say the government decreed it?
I just explained to you.
So the government said so. Is that it?
It's usually law enforcement, which I guess is a part of the government.
Government said so?
Yep. Law
so you can't say why.
That uncovers evidence of communications, a memo that he crafted.
Yes, and we trust the FBI and everything that they say. Look, I, for one, am on the FBI would never plant evidence. It's never been proven in court. They would never do that, especially to a black man in America. Oh, looks like you gotta cut your grandma haircut. Just put it all on the front. What about the back? Party in the front, business in the back, says Gen Z.
And sent to his organization,
saying what?
That detailed each institution of government that they were going to try to overthrow. Then just days later, his organization is at the Capitol.
Yeah, the Proud Boys were going to take over America. That's like saying Antifa is going to take over America. Shut the up. They're only allowed to take over autonomous zones. And those are for racism. That's fine.
I don't think we can even pull up Enrique Tarrio.
All right, it slows down after that, but man, this clip of Tin Pool, I'm like, maybe I'll watch the show again. Maybe I'll wear more beanies around my wife. Maybe she'll finally find me attractive. Maybe wearing the beanie does increase your testosterone. You dirty, dirty dog. Anywho, Enrique isn't black, he's Cuban. Mocha latte. How dare you? That is black in my eyes. Disco Post says, thank you for your service. Yeah, 100%. Who is Luke? Says Andre? Exactly. I don't know these Gen Z Democrat guys who get invited to the White House. They're all over TikTok, and they just do these TikTok lives where they try to own these conservatives. It's the same thing. So you know how the left constantly makes fun of Charlie Kirk going to colleges and arguing with kids about their viewpoints? The left does the same thing. They'll go on TikTok and then they just invite what might be the most cringy account to come on to have these debates and discussions. And they just look for little own moments where they can just be like, in your face. See, the right doesn't know anything, man. The right knows nothing. But something big happened. Biden has finally decided to let the bitch become president for a day. What's going on with Joe Biden? Reports last night that Biden's trip and Kamala's trip was abruptly canceled and are quickly returning to D.C. as of late last night. What's going on? What's going on with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden? Is Joe Biden doing a 25th and me moment? Here he is walking to the presidential White House. Whose child is that? Doctor of Education Jill Biden accompanies him on the walk. And it is kind of refreshing to see a woman walk in grass and heels. Oh my God, that is not easy. Don't let these right-wing extremists tell you so. What is going on? Is Joe Biden finally done being president? Everyone is freaking out. Everyone wants to know what's going on. It's reported that this isn't totally true, but this is what I'm speculating. Dad, I'm finally going to become president. And I want to make you happy. I'm implementing slavery day one. Yay. Will Kamala Harris finally be president for a day? Will the 25th Amendment finally be passed and Kamala Harris can finally have her library of her dreams? And finally, in America, we can finally say that we had a female black president. Dude, if Joe Biden does a 25th Amendment, if they do a 25th Amendment today, that's hysterical. That is the state of this country. We're all just like, you know what? DEI is going out. Let's give one last DEI thing. You know what I mean? Let's let her become president. She can finally put icing on the cake to finally put an end to DEI treatment. Let's just go over the top. Let's give it to her, man. She deserves it. She spreads joy. And you know what, guys? Today and this season and Christmas time, this is the time of your life that you're supposed to be spreading joy. Okay, so all you conservatives freaking out about Kamala Harris being president for a day, you know what? She's going to be spreading more joy than you could ever dream of. You guys are sick. You guys are sick. Off to play Mario Kart in the basement with my grandkid? Yeah, exactly. Something big happened in Biden's pants? Yeah, he had to cancel his trip due to Dookie in the bathroom. I just love how vague all these posts are. Rumors are circulating that Kamala Harris is about to take over president after she was caught on camera rushing back to the White House. Oh my God, Kamala Harris canceled her trip from California and is rushing back to the White House. Is this about the drones? Is this about World War III? What's happening? Be afraid, be freaked out, lose your mind, go crazy. This is what the state of our news cycle is. Kamala Harris cancels California trip and heads directly to the White House, developing. That's one of my favorite things when I see these Twitter accounts, right? Developing. Developing. Stay tuned. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Make sure to follow my account because my account has the secret information that you can't get anywhere else, even though every account is posting the same video. I'm sorry. That's just a little unhinged of me in that moment. Sorry about that. The budget failed, so they had to make 100 grifting cards to donors. Yeah, exactly. Our government is so broke that they had their handwrite Christmas notes. They had to come in for that. I like that. That's probably one of my favorite ones. But give it to her, man. Give it to her. Speaking of giving it to her, Joy Reid is reportedly very angry. See, there is news going around about Joy Reid and also Rachel Maddow that they are going to have to take a pay cut. And reportedly, Rachel Maddow is going to be forced to take a $5 million pay cut because MSNBC ain't doing too well, folks. Yeah, you think people get a little bored of just the race grifting? Yeah, I think so. I think all of us are a little tired of it, even the black people. That's when you know it's bad. That's when you know it's bad. Your target audience is like, you know what? This doesn't work for me anymore. I'm over it. Reid and Maddow aren't the only anchors impacted, apparently. Stephanie Ruhle, apparently. Reid is currently making around $3 million a year for talking shit. God, I want to make $3 million a year for talking crap. It's like my dream job. Just make $3 million a year saying the stupidest things you could possibly say out of your mouth and then inviting guests on there and trying to trap them. That's the dream. Joy Reid has reportedly decided to change her grip from racism to, I used to be a leftard, now I'm full MAGA. I've seen the light. I'm waiting for this. I love it when these liberals from these news agencies either get cut or get fired, and all of a sudden they change their grift because they see where the money is. It's like some of these musicians who all of a sudden they're like, you know what? I'm going to drop a country music album. And you're like, is your hip hop grift over? Is your hip hop grift over? You're going to go to country now? You see where the money is? Is that what's going on? You can tell me. I'm here. I'm all ears. And honestly, that is a very logical leap to go from the race baiting to I used to be leftist, now I'm MAGA. Look, do it. Make your money, queen. Make your money. Gotta make your money. Breaking, we need to distract you from the current news cycle. Yeah, 100%. Are you talking about with Joe Biden? Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is like, I love a good fag. You trying to say fag? God. I love a good vague news story that has huge implications that you should be freaking out about. And then they tell you nothing in the context. And there hasn't been any updates whatsoever, of course. You're just supposed to be like, what's going on? What's happening? During Christmas? Really? Christmas present? I can be president for a day? Yes. All right, guys, I'm going to work. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. You guys are the most amazing people on earth. And have a wonderful Christmas. It's a news cycle about nothing. Yep. Yeah, 100%. I'll see you guys later this afternoon. Come hang out for the Friday stream, huh? Early night, the stars. I could still watch South Park Christmas. I don't know about you guys. All right, I'm going to work. Drop a like on this video. Put a comment below. Helps out the algorithms. I'm talking to you on Rumble as well. Timber Donkey says, I am. You are that you are. Yeah. And today, be like Timmer. Don't just walk around with statements. Ask questions like, I am? You are. Don't put context to your questions either. Just walk up to somebody and say, am I this way? And allow them to answer that question for you. What do you mean? What are you trying to say? You tell me. Disco, you have an awesome day. Happy Friday.